Let's set up a vanitas reference image. Open the internet, Google image search for a skull. Go to tools and go to set images. Go to tools and you're going to go to size and large. This will give you a large file size, large detailed image. You want to search through your skulls and find a dope skull. Hurry up, pick one, has a lot of detail. Doesn't have to be a human, it could be an animal skull. Again, symbolic. That looks pretty good. I'm going to drag it out to the desktop. And next thing we're going to look for is a flower. Flowers have all sorts of symbolic meanings. You find one that you like, and just for this demonstration I'm going to pick this one. And we're going to drag it out to the desktop. And the last thing you need for the vanitas is a bird. Birds have different symbolism. My favorite bird is a woodpecker, so I'm going to type woodpecker and find an image. Find one that's clean, clear, full-bodied. This one is pretty good. I'm going to drag it out to the desktop. And now we are going to open up a Microsoft Word, and we are going to drag our images in here to sort of set up our composition. Skull first. Go ahead and click on it. I'm going to go to Format, and I want to recolor it so that it's black and white. I can go to Corrections, and all the way down here at the bottom of Corrections is this little bar here, and this will allow you to adjust the brightness and contrast of the image. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. And you want a good range of values. You want whites, you want blacks, and some grays. Go ahead and click OK, and we can click in front of text or square just so we can move this thing around on the page. So now when I click on it, we can move it wherever we want to and position it, resize it by dragging from the corner so that it maintains the proportions of the image. Go ahead and drag in our next image. Move this out of the way, and we're going to find the bird. Notice it's way down here on the bottom. We want to click on it and go back to the little doggy, so Format, little doggy, and we want to put square so that way it moves it. We can now move this, adjust it. Again, same process, we want to recolor it. And now we're going to crop it so we get rid of the big log and all that stuff. Whoops. Just drag the black bars. So we just want the bird. And now we can resize it if we need to. And if you grab the green thing, you can rotate it. Again, we want the bird to be in proportion to the skull, so that's pretty close. Wouldn't want like a really tiny bird on there because that doesn't make any sense because woodpeckers are pretty large. Again, we can go to Corrections and we can adjust the brightness and contrast so that we have a good range of values. That's okay. It's pretty dope. And the last thing we need to add is a flower. Again, you can add multiple flowers. I'm just showing you this for demonstration purposes. You do need a flower. I'm going to go to Format, Square, and we can now crop it. Recolor it, grayscale, black and white, and we can adjust the corrections if we need to. We're going to position that down where we want it. And this is just a sample. That looks pretty good. You're going to notice that we can't really see the outline of the skull, so what I'm going to do is adjust the transparency of the flower and of the bird so that I can see the line of where the skull is. That way we can draw that if we need to. So I'm going to click on the bird and adjust the transparency of it just so I can see where the top of the skull is. And that'll help us when we draw it. I'm going to go ahead and go to File, and I'm going to print this image so that I can see for my drawing purposes. And then I'm going to go back and adjust the transparencies on the images again. I want to make sure that they're nice and clear, and then go back and print this version. So we should have two versions printed, one for drawing purposes and one for value purposes. The end.